Wilfred Hart High School welcomes you to the virtual class. English Grammar, Figures of Speech, Part 3. Interrogation. When a rhetorical question is asked simply for dramatic effect rather than to elicit an answer, it is known as interrogation. A question is asked. For example, am I an idiot to fall for your lies? Who do you think you are acting that way? A question is asked. Your answer, interrogation, your explanation, a question is asked. Pun. When a word is used with more than one meaning to create humor or a light-hearted moment, it is known as pun. For example, a horse is a stable animal. You were right, so I left. Isn't it funny? This sentence can also be antithesis, as there are two opposite sentences, two opposite words in the same sentence. He was studying the cause of lightning when it struck him. Repetition. When a word or a phrase is repeated in a sentence for dramatic effect, it is known as repetition. Note: words can be repeated anywhere in the sentence and not necessarily after each other. For example, I could go on and on about my children. Your on is repeated presently. I have to go miles and miles before I reach anywhere near the next town. Your mile is repeated pleasingly. The next figure of speech is apostrophe. When the writer of any text or poetry addresses an imaginary, inanimate, or absent person, it is known as apostrophe. For example, O Lord, help me say no. Your Lord is addressed as imaginary. O moon, give me a basket full of moonlight. Your moon is referred to as imaginary. Consonants. When sounds of consonants are repeated in the same sentence, it is known as consonants. These can refer to repetition of sounds in the middle or end of the words as well. For example, pitter patter, pitter patter. The alphabet T is repeated. The consonant T is repeated. Mike likes his new bike. Here, the consonant I is repeated. The next figure of speech is euphemism. When harsh or impolite words are replaced with milder terms to express the same meaning, it is known as euphemism. For example, he passed away in the middle of night. Here, passing away means death. So instead of using death, passed away is used. This is an example of euphemism. His differently able son did very well in his life. Instead of using disable, differently abled is used. She was mentally challenged. Mentally challenged is used instead of the word retard, so that it doesn't look rude or impolite. When harsh or impolite words are replaced with milder terms, it is called as euphemism. Exclamation. When ideas or words express strong emotions such as joy, surprise, anger, it is known as exclamation. Words or sentences end in an exclamation mark in this type of figure of speech. For example, oh my God, what a brilliant catch! How sad it is to cry alone. When you see exclamation mark, it is exclamatory. Hyperbole. When words or ideas are exaggerated for a dramatic effect, it is known as hyperbole. For example, I am so hungry I could eat a horse. It is a false statement. No one can eat a horse. I've told you thousands of times to clean your room. Again, this is a false statement. No one can say thousands of times. Alliteration. When the consonant or vowel sound is repeated more than once in words in the same sentence, it is known as alliteration. For example, she sells seashells on the seashore. Here the sound of s is repeated. We need to match the sounds of the alphabet. So when I say the word kite and cook, k, will have the same effect as both have similar sounds. More examples. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. So here, k is repeated. My books are on the bench in the backyard. Bench, in, e, is repeated. Epigram. An epigram refers to concise, witty, memorable, and sometimes even surprising or a satirical statement. For example, the more corrupt the state, the more numerous the laws. This is a satirical statement. I can resist everything but temptation. This can be a surprising statement. I hope you understood the figures of speech. Thank you.